3, 2, 1.
Good morning, I'm Dr. Faber. I'm here with Mrs. Dennis Engler, wife of Dennis Engler, who had, unfortunately, 20 plus years of pain and misery and orthopedic surgery. But we're going to talk about the first visit that he came for. Would you describe the situation, what brought him here?
Mm-hmm. Dennis was spending most of his time in bed. I would say 80 to 90% of his time was spent in bed. That was the only way he could get any comfort, and even then, most of the time he wasn't comfortable. He was on a lot of medications for pain and muscle relaxants. And oftentimes when I would call home at my midday at work, he would sound drunk, and my husband's not a drinker. So there were times when he would call me and say, I'm on the floor, I can't get up, can you come home? There were times when he was so agitated and irritable that it was what the kids and I called egg days. When the children would come downstairs in the morning, I'd say, this is an egg day, be careful. And they knew exactly that I meant steer clear of your dad, because it was at the point where I was considering him, he never abused us, but I was waiting for the time to happen.
Thank you. In this 20 years, approximately, that he was suffering his disability, and it was 4 years before I came here, as I recall, that he was totally disabled.
Yes.
Declared totally
That's right.
disabled. And you had seen 20 specialists around the region of the western Nebraska. And you were scheduled to go to a very famous clinic about 6 hours from here and closer to you. And you brought him here instead to see a solo osteopathic physician. And he stood during his first examination. And he told me that he had to stand most of the time, even had to stand to eat.
Stand or kneel. He didn't sit.
Well, let's go to, I did the first treatment, which is neurofascial therapy with osteopathic principles. What happened with his first treatment immediately?
Immediately, he could bend over further than I had seen him be able to bend in years. And we had made arrangements to have a return trip here. I don't remember how many days later it was, but we decided that we would take the children to Minnesota fishing. And I fully expected that the kids and I would be in the boat and he would be at the cabin. And instead, he was in the boat with us, running it and fishing, enjoying it. It was miraculous.
Thank you, Vonnie. Let's hear from Dennis. Stop.